Island event tickets/tickets Creole Cruise Party. A Bullseye Pharmacy. A call 235-6888. Thursday, October 23rd. Big prizes and surprises. Everyone from the diaspora will be there.
Esau Trading Limited 47th Independence Celebration is on. Shop $47 and over and get a chance to win $3,000 worth of vouchers. First prize winners receive a $500 voucher. Second prize winners $300 voucher. Third prize winners $200 voucher. And 20 vouchers will be available at the value of $100 each. This independence season, Esau Trading Limited is offering senior citizens 15% discount every Wednesday from October 15th to November 25th, 2025. Also, loyalty card holders will receive double points every Tuesday and Thursdays. And customers who purchase one packet of Hare's Deep Dish Pizza 6 ounce or Hare's Restaurant Style 9 ounce will get a 1 ounce packet free, honey cheese flavored or barbecue flavored potato chip. You will also get 10% off 8 packet 1 ounce Hare's snacks. Hurry, this offer ends on November 15th, 2025. Esau Trading Limited. We are here for you.
All right, Dominica, we're here. It's 8:43, 38 seconds. All getting ready for the major World Creole Music Festival, the 25th edition. And on the line, I haven't heard from her in a long time, so it means it's very special this morning. Mava, good morning to you. Good morning. Oh, we have missed. Are we going to come back?
Moving in time, boy. Sweet body line, give me. Creole Rock Fest in Point Mission, October 21st to the 23rd. 3 nights of great fun and excitement from 6 p.m. to midnight. See you there in Point Mission for Creole Rock Fest.
All right, Dominic, let's explore this morning because I've been getting some very strange reports as it relates to the confirmation process. And if you are, or if you have experienced some issue as it relates to the confirmation process, now is a good time to call in because a lot of people have been complaining that I can confirm that myself, I've not seen it, but every post as it relates to the confirmation process, they see a lot of labor rights, if you will, man in those posts. Before we get to that issue, again, I was trying to speak to the lady herself, the boss of the World Creole Music Festival, I call her. Mava is on the telephone to give us an update as it relates to the World Creole Music Festival. We'll jump into the other issues right after that, but let's say good morning to Mava. I haven't heard her voice. I haven't been able to speak with her. She's so busy for the season. Mava, good morning to you. How you doing?
Hi, good morning to you, Matt, and good morning to the listeners of Q95, both here and abroad. I hope you're having a blessed morning.
It's a pleasure. A little wet, but the weather looks a little better this morning. So I hope this pattern continues. Everything is okay with you?
Well, of course, I'm doing well, as you will hear in the tone of my voice, and we do thank God for the good weather this morning. We know that we're in the hurricane season. We do have certain expectations, but we trust that the weather is going to keep up, and we're going to have a great World Prayer Music Festival this weekend.
So tell me, are you guys in high gear, fifth gear at this time?
Hi, Matt. We've been in high gear for the past couple of months. You know, this is the biggest festival ever that the government has implemented. It is 25 years, well, the 25th edition, and everybody really decided to go big in terms of the festival, and that's why we have a lineup with 45 acts. We have so many genres. The bouillon is making its moment. The Creole is strong. And we have a solid team. We've been working together since May to make sure that this event materializes. And we're just waiting to dot all I's, cross all T's, and implement this festival to the fullest this weekend.
What is so significant about the festival? This year you're putting so much energy into this.
Of course, I think what is significant about the festival is the momentum that was put behind it, how it was presented. I spoke about the 25 years. That really was a big thing for us in terms of marketing. But more so, we didn't just speak about the 25 years. We outlined a journey of the 25 years in the lineup that was presented. One of my favorite parts this year is the fact that bouillon is having its moment now as a genre of music, and we were able to show the bouillon in all its pleasure across the 3 nights. I know that we strengthened the Creole aspect of the lineup, and not only strengthening it, but adding some history to the Creole aspect. And when we say history, we're talking about people like Gordon Henderson, like Ophelia Marie, Linford John, Jill Fountain, Midnight Groovers, bringing in bands like New Look, and mixing that up with the recent generation like Joey Dwepsile and Oswald and Tiwa Savage and so on. I hope I didn't forget anybody. And that coupled with the bouillon and mixed with the reggae, the soca, is really a powerful lineup this year that everybody, all age groups, can definitely align to. And another key aspect of the festival this year is we were able to invite an American R&B artist for the first time. So it's the first time we're having an actual American performing on the World Creole Music Festival. And the intention is not to give importance to any genre of music, overall genre, but to bring more visibility to Dominica's World Creole Music Festival, and in so doing, bringing more visibility to the bouillon, bringing more visibility to the cadre. We've seen a lot of media around the World Creole Music Festival. You know, we were featured in, the bouillon was featured in Billboard magazine. We do have representatives of Billboard magazine coming in to cover the World Creole Music Festival, so that is a plus for us where R&B and where the bouillon is concerned. We do have lots of surprises outlined for the public during the 3 nights of the World Creole Music Festival. And the surprises are not only going to come from the bouillon artists, it's going to be surprises all around. Like, people are going to be pleasantly pleased. So, you know, Matt, we want to just thank a whole group of people. And, you know, we always have to give thanks to the government of Dominica, the Ministry of Tourism. They're really the driving force behind what we're doing, but more so to the powerful team who are implementing everything that has been happening. The DFC, Ayodele and her team, the production team. We have to go back to the people who helped put the lineup together. We had a special committee headed by Sobers Esprit, who helped put that lineup together this year, made formidable recommendations. We have people like Wadix who came back on board this year to help push the message of the festival. And we have a powerful team on the ground now every day, working rain, sun, to make sure that this festival happens to its greatest capability.
You've been having some problems with Lex de Zeal in terms of the transportation. Has this been rectified?
Yeah, so that was a rather unfortunate situation, but again, it was amazing how the Air Access Committee and the Minister of Tourism, Honorable Dennis Charles Pemberton, spent at least 2 to 3 nights over the weekend on calls, speaking to the stakeholders to try to bring some resolution to what was happening in Guadeloupe and Martinique and even St. Lucia. At FRS, they've been with us for quite a while. So we sympathize with what was happening in terms of their boats. They did have a contingency plan in place. They were able to bring in over 300 people on Sunday and Monday to make up. And the Ministry of Tourism was able to work with LIAT to bring in 3 chartered flights Sunday and yesterday, which accommodated close to 130 people. We were able to take them from St. Lucia to Dominica. So that was a plus for us. Reports came in that we had about 190 something people who probably needed transportation from St. Lucia, and we were able to bring in at least more than half of those people. We know that the situation with FRS, it has been rectified to a huge extent, and we thank them for that. We thank for everybody who were able to put their hats and heads and hands together, like Samuel Johnson, Hans Victor, Benoit Badril, and the PS of Tourism as well, Claudius Lestrade, and all the others who really took this seriously and came on board to make sure this happened. And we're just praying for good weather. We're just praying for positive light. And we look forward to welcoming the influx of people who are coming to our shores in the next couple of days to enjoy Dominica and the World Creole Music Festival.
So you're saying now that we have some measure in terms of bringing in more people on the Express the Zeal this week. Yes?
Well, Express the Zeal, as a formidable company, they did put in a contingency plan in place. If you go on their Facebook page, you will see the updated schedule. As I said, they did put measures in place on Sunday and Monday to accommodate the people that were affected.
Okay.
The Ministry of Tourism, on the other hand, helped with the St. Lucia leg. That has passed on rather nicely. I mean, we did the best we could, and we're just looking forward to welcoming everybody else based on the schedules that have been provided by FRS. We also have to highlight our airline partners. We know Liat Airlines, Sunrise, these companies would have added additional flights to try to accommodate people coming into Dominica and even leaving Dominica after the festival. So it's a team effort. It is all hands on deck, and we are thankful and welcome the collaboration in making sure that this happens effectively.
Let me just speak to one problem that somebody texted me about, and I don't know if you guys have addressed this. The person said, Matt, one of the complaints from the World Creole Music Festival patrons is the poor state of toilet facilities. Have you guys addressed that?
Is the poor state of? I didn't get that.
The toilet facilities at the stadium. Have you addressed that?
The toilet facilities at the stadium?
Yes, I mean the toilet facilities at the poor state. They said the poor state of the facility. I don't know.
Is the person saying that during the World Creole Music Festival, the toilet facilities are in a poor state? I don't understand the line of the question.
In a poor state. That's yes. That's what she's saying.
I cannot agree to what that patron is saying. I know that we have a great team on the ground. The stadium works with us effectively. We always make sure that each aspect of the festival, including the health and safety, the washroom facilities, are up to par for the World Creole Music Festival. And again, I want to thank the Winter Park Sports Stadium, the Ministry of Sport, because they've really been working with us to make sure that people have that comfortable experience for the World Creole Music Festival.
So any other major challenge you guys have been experienced thus far?
There's always challenges, Matt, when you do those types of events, but we are experienced in what we do. And as I said, DFC has a great team on the ground. We have been able to overcome a lot of the challenges, and our focus now is just to make sure that venue is fully ready, that the artists are online, on island, that we have stage, we have sound, we have lights, and all the requirements needed to put on an amazing show from the 24th to the 26th of October. And Matt, if there are those who are uncertain and have not gotten their tickets, tickets are available at Bullseye, Dipex, and at the ticket booth. The season tickets are now $600. The price is going to go up at the gate. So at the gate, it will be $700. So if you're listening and you have not gotten your season tickets and your nightly passes, now is the time to do so, because on Friday by 4 p.m., the prices of the nightly and season tickets are going to go up at the gate.
So you have no doubt you're going to, of course, execute big time this time around.
With the grace of God, Matt, we're going to do our best as always, and we anticipate a great outcome. Nothing is perfect. There's always going to be things that we have to work on, but we will ensure that the patrons come in will have an amazing experience. We know that we're not going to be able to please everybody, but we'll definitely be able to please the majority and make sure that this festival continues for years to come.
All right, Martha, thank you very much for joining us this morning. And of course, Shane, with the great joy that everybody will be having there at the World Creole Music Festival from Friday this week. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Matt.
Bye-bye. Take care now. 3 nights of Satan Rhythms there at the Winter Park from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you have not gotten your tickets, as she said, it will get more expensive at the gate, so get it today. Gonna take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll come back.
Auto Trade introduces our newest line of lubricants, Valvoline, America's first branded motor oil. Valvoline has been formulating and improving motor oil longer than any other brand. From the world's first racing oil to the world's first synthetic blend, Valvoline has been trusted in engines around the world for over 150 years. Make the switch today. Choose Valvoline, the original motor oil. At Auto Trade, we only recommend the best in quality, because at Auto Trade, it's more than a vehicle. It's a relationship. Valvoline Lubricants, now distributed by Auto Trade.
Big news, Dominica! DeWitt Center is now even closer to you with the opening of DeWitt Center Express, conveniently located on Cork Street, right next to Fresh Market. Get all your home improvement essentials fast with everything from tools and paints to home decor and more. Plus, enjoy the same great service you know and trust. Now, just a quick stop in the city. Visit us today at DeWitt Center Express, your partner in home improvement, now closer than ever.
Yes, but if they could, they would say something like this. I like Linus Plateau. They tell my daughter, my family brought me to Linus after I died. And the way Linus took care of my body with respect and dignity, Linus Funeral Home. 30 years of experience, professional, reliable and compassionate service. We've had 24-hour emergency service. So long, pakite anye batu diwa. Kia 449-1800, 275-7564, 449-2100, or the emergency number 277-1800. That time is for you to breathe and grieve. Linus is not willing that any should die, but Bobot, Zandra, you must go. So when you go with the best chaperone. Linus Funeral Home. Mama Tutu Famdi, Sisepa Limus, Igabini Halekeo.
Our numbers are 449-1800, 449-2100, 275-7564, and 276-0400. Call later.
Cause I'm on my way.
KFC delivery is here. Just place your order at www.kfcdominica.com, Facebook or WhatsApp at 614-2633 and your order will be delivered to you. KFC, it's good.
Cause I'm on my way.
What you're looking for is that. What you're looking for is that.
Best price. Everything is nice. And oh, you love the price. Convenient and easy. Make shopping breezy.
The luxury of everything in one supermarket located on the riverbank with King, best price, open daily all week with home store, decor for every room, pharmacy for all prescriptions and over-the-counter medication, supermarket for all your grocery items, fresh produce and frozen.
What you're looking for is all at best price.
You're looking for is value.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Ooh. Get value for your money. Ooh. Courts have the best quality TV. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Courts have it all.
Courts, make home yours.
It's in the feeling in our weak side. It's in the meaning in our spot. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. Cause the rhythm like he's bumping. Together going strong. No matter what we keep things going. Before we go home. It's up in the sky. Celebrate and come let your rhythm flow.
The views expressed during this program are not necessarily those of Wise Q95 FM Radio. Wise Q95 FM Radio has not been able to independently verify the factual correctness or the allegations and statements made during the course of this program and cannot vouch for their accuracy. Therefore, Wise Q95 FM Radio will not accept any responsibility or liability for the statements or allegations made in the course of this program.
All right, Dominica, we're talking about, of course, the issues, complaints we've been receiving as it relates to the confirmation process. I got a complaint just yesterday about the wrong spelling of a name there in the Tebow area. Wrong spelling, wrong address. And this special, or this person said, Matt, we've been having a lot of problems. I had a lot of problems when they went to confirm. I'm very, very concerned about it. I'm saying that the electoral office should address these issues. Another complaint is coming from Mr. Clyde Gregoire, of course, no stranger. And I have him on the telephone at this time. Mr. Gregoire, how are you doing this morning, sir?
Oh, I'm keeping my best. It's, we live in troubled times, but I am hanging in there and coping with the times.
Okay, so tell me what problems you've been having with the confirmation process. Tell me.
Mr. PLT, what I noticed when I went there, first thing, you have a swarm of persons who work in the campaign for the Labour Party who are privy to people information, and that is wrong because automatically it means that the Labour Party is breaking the law of Dominica because there are not to be this kind of representation at the polling station because you're supposed to have the registration office, you're supposed to have, based on what they are saying in the law, that you're supposed to have...
independent people there?
No, not independent people. You're supposed to have an employee who takes the people information and then who takes it to the registration clerk. Now, you find that is not happening. You have 5 or 6 people who are looking for Labour Party supporters. And that is what they are doing. And they should not have privy to people information. That is wrong. Number 2...
So how you know they are Labour Party supporters?
Because I know them. I remember I run city council in the area. I've always been heavily in the campaign with the Dominica Freedom Party in the Rosenhof constituency. Okay. So I know these people. And I know who they represent and everything. So it's not open strangers. I know the names. I know these people.
Okay.
So that is wrong, and that needs to be dealt with as soon as possible for whoever responsible for that. Else you would have to have... the opposition people doing the same thing, like I know with my experience with Antigua and Jamaica, is that you normally would have a supporter of the political party. All the political parties would have a representative at the registration office so they can identify people. But in Dominica case, because it's a crooked system, they only have one person and then you have all their supporters there looking to see who register and who don't register from their side.
Really?
And I think, and then there's another flaw. One of the I notice is if you come to register with your passport, anybody can have a passport man to come and register. Anybody. So that means that system is open up for anybody to come from anywhere to come and register with a passport. Simple as that. Once you have a passport, no matter where you're from, you can come and register. That is how it is. So that is still an open fraud, which the opposition of Dominica need to look at. That is very, very serious. Let me tell you, Matt, yeah, the of war and zone of peace. The Caribbean is not a zone of peace. When you can send RSS to arrest people and have political prisoners, this is not a zone of peace. And with that system we have in Dominica, there's no zone of peace. Where's the peace going to come from? You understand? I think these people are either being grossly misguided, or they are just politically biased, because that is not fair. You know, because right now they have Dominica in a mess. That's a real mess that need to be dealt with quickly.
So you don't think the confirmation process is fair, as you speak?
No, it's not fair. It is not fair from what I've experienced. Matter, I even end up praying inside and hoping God do something, intervene. When I went to register in Fokole, because trust me, that is not fair. That's not right. That is not good at all for democracy. You understand? That's not good at all. That's a big mess. A big mess, and something need to be done. Either it's stopped and done the proper way. Something need to be done.
Thank you.
You understand? Because I do think there will never be a fair elections in Dominica again. Never.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Clyde. Thank you. Mr. Blessings to you. Blessings. Yeah. It's 9:12. I had to make a complaint there. Again, I would have to visit all confirmation offices there on the island to confirm just what I'm hearing, that a lot of people supporting the Labour Party have been the ones employed for confirmation. On the telephone, hello. Yeah.
Yes, Matt. Good morning. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good, Matt. I'm calling from the Super constituency.
Good morning.
Yesterday I went down there because I wanted to sort a transfer for my swimming from Alcena to Luis. So I went there. Matt, on my arrival, every single person I saw from the outside are those working in the Labour office. Every single one, including Scott Dennis. Scott Dennis and Super Labour who works in the Labour Party office are the ones you meet at the front. When I ask information, one of them said me, well, just walk with the marriage certificate and your certificate. They are not in the office right now. That's where they are every day. I want to know if that is right, because to me that is a form of intimidation. Okay, if I know I'm not supporting you on your then you don't feel comfortable. So you should neutral. You have to go there to neutral people. If you ask me when I go there, I need to have somebody to witness with me. You know, to that Miriam. Then the person can be there, but you cannot tell me I'm going to the office and on the first entry to the confirmation center, I'm seeing every entourage who works in the Labour constituency office in Sufre and Scott Z there. I'm not right. I am very upset about that. I am there. I'm something.
You say you're very upset about what you saw?
Yes. What's going on? And something has to be done because I know better, right? And I still feel a lot of intimidation. Far less for the ordinary person who know that they will know I come there, I don't come down there. And I don't know. There might be other reasons too. Maybe they have to get their ticket to go to the festival, and they must show their face. Because yesterday when I went down to my business space down there, I saw some little mess on towards the outside. So one day, who's the person who did that there, who cleaned there, and I know it was not a more place. So I opened up the liquor papers. It was a kind of wet, but I'm inquisitive. When I open, I see somebody's name and their confirmation number on it. Now you can check it on the slip. That's it. He does not even care to even keep this slip in the event that you don't see ignorance. In the event that in case something happens and you need some proof of identification, you can use the slip. I saw this. That's the first time I saw the slip is because of the girl who I haven't confirmed yet. So that was when I saw the confirmation slip. So which means they're in action there. Something's happening. Yes. Intimidation perspective. So they're watching them see if the people who maybe they pay to come now, if the people who didn't pay should be the who get tickets if they really come and consume. That is not right. That is not right. And John, we cannot live on this type of thing. Because true democracy demands that people have to do things right. You cannot tell me after 20 years in office, you still have to be begging people. You still have to be begging people to vote for you. So if they really love you and they care for you and they think Dominica is doing right, would you be buying people? These people have never won an election. They have bought elections. Buy them big time. I think I see my eyes. I see envy pass in my eyes. I say, hello, he give an envelope to one person. I want my envelope too because I like to make sure I make the envelope. I see them. It is not right, man. Not have a good morning.
Have a good morning. Have a good morning. Hello, talk to me. I'm trying to get actually somebody who called in. A lot of people have been speaking to me about that. Some caller from the Penville area. I'll try to get that clip there from Pastor Rodney's show last evening. But let's see. I have the tech working on that for me. 449-309-596 and 97. We're gonna come back, Dominica, after this.
Tonight it is our 40th Global V1Q show for 2025, and we continue to engage with our local, regional, and global Q family listeners and friends of Dominica at home and abroad. So my co-host tonight is, as usual, Justice Dr. Irving Andre, and our guests are Engineer and Senator Delbert Paris, distinguished farmer and electoral commissioner Hilary Shillingford, well-known businessman and electoral commissioner Wayne James, and later on in the program we'll be joined by renowned social scientist Simeon Joseph. But tonight we will discuss the progress on electoral reform and the new requirements for voter registration and reconfirmation, and what needs to be done to move beyond the 25 years of economic stagnation and oppression and away from dictatorship ahead of our 50th anniversary of independence. So I have some suggestions about some aspects to be explored tonight. Is there a residency requirement for voting in Dominica? Does Section 33 of the Constitution say so? Is this new reconfirmation process just a reconfirmation trap? Is this an attempt to confirm rigging elections in Dominica? Can avowed passport sellers be trusted to ensure free and fair elections in Dominica? Can they be trusted to confirm all eligible voters as opposed to confirming just a select few? Why is an electoral commission chairman that has been so long missing in action as regards electoral reform suddenly showing very strong interest in the reconfirmation process? Is this a process designed to ensure continued slide to dictatorship that we have all been concerned about? And with all of these machinations and electoral process manipulations, what does this portend for continuing trends in governance and economic and social deprivation? If we are to continue on this current path of conducting what many call questionable elections, how does this continue to impact employment for young people, education to produce skills for information technology, agriculture, agro-processing, artificial intelligence, AI, manufacturing, construction, healthcare, etc., as we approach our 50th anniversary of independence? But I always say, thinking forward towards 2028 or to Dominica's 50th anniversary of independence, what are the people's expectations for their well-being? Are they satisfied with their current conditions and lack of economic and social progress? So please tune in tonight from 8 p.m. to the Global V1Q as we look forward to the suggestions of our panel, our listeners, callers, and viewers on Facebook and YouTube on the progress on electoral reform and the new requirements for voter registration and reconfirmation, and what needs to be done to move beyond these 25 years of economic stagnation and oppression and away from dictatorship ahead of our 50th anniversary of independence. So Justice Dr. Irving Andre, Senator Delbert Paris, Electoral Commissioner Hilary Shillingford, Electoral Commissioner Wayne James, and social scientist Simeon Joseph will share their ideas on this topic ahead of our 50th anniversary of independence. But before we begin touching on that topic, we will pay tribute to the late Julius Timothy. And so let's talk tonight from 8 p.m. on the Global Beyond Q, only on Q95, the big station.
All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. We're back. People are speaking about the flaws being experienced there with the confirmation process. Hello, talk to me, yes?
I say praises, thanks, blessings, and glory to all those who have sacrificed their personal safety and security trying to elevate mankind to humanity. Mr. Pelty, blessings and your family, sir.
Blessings to you.
Mankind. Not the definition of mankind is male and female and every other ethnicity or what they call race. Not but mankind, in my definition, is a special breed of man. They're greedy, they're evil, they're wicked, they're disrespectful, they're brutal, they're ruthless, they're violent, or they're thieves, lawless, criminally minded, and all of that. But if we allow the Chinese, Roosevelt Skerritt, Duncan Stowe, Lennox Lawrence, and Alec Lawrence to get away with that kind of thing, then that we can be perpetual slaves, kiss our liberty, bye-bye. That's where the computers came from. I know you don't know that, Matt, and you do not have to go in every office where they're doing the re-garbage station. Why is it not recon garbage station? How they say it? Reconfirmation, something like that, Matt?
Reconfirmation.
Okay, Papa. Because Matt, sometimes, you know, I listened to a brother with Pastor Rodney them last night. His connection was just poor. Somebody need to go to that brother and get that story on audio, Matt. The man went, he signed, he presented his ID, they sign, then he go to the computer, he sign, just for him to do a third thing and watching on the computer, his surname change and he is female. But you need to try to get the road, man.
You're right, you know, because somebody from T-Ball actually spoke to me. I was going to be able to have a conversation with him, and he said they changed his sex to female. He was shocked. Somebody from T-Ball.
Not what Dominicans fail to understand anything that is, and in proper context, what I am about to say there. You do not go doing things arbitrarily, but not. If you want to leave your piece of land, Matt, you're not rich, or you leave your house, and somebody steal the documents, Matt, and you see and you're going to be like a homeless person. Not anything that is worth living for, it is worth killing and dying for. And in that context I'm talking about, it's not that I am asking you to go arbitrarily and do foolishness. Matt, Dominica is in a state presently. That's why I'm telling you, be careful with those criminals there, you know, Matt. If we refuse to put our foot down, Matt, we can kiss the little liberty of bye-bye. These are the same people, and Matt, I'm in the same context in which we are discussing that so-called reconciliation. These are the same people in 2017 who frame the opposition saying they're trying to overthrow the government with a truck and a song system. This is the same administration Anthony Waddy Stephens and Roosevelt Skerritt committed a crime against Roosevelt Skerritt and pin it on Leonard Clinton and send police at his home. The same administration that don't kidnap Mehul Choksi in Antigua, bring him to Dominica, looking to extradite him to China. But what these criminals cannot do, what they cannot do, and all you sitting there waiting, all you kneecap, the cartilage is growing, or you want to reach on top, but all you down on all your knees praying. Where's the leverage? Where's the leverage, man? to stand on your feet and do what you have to do by any means necessary to protect the future of your children if you don't give a damn about yourself, because everybody seems to be compromised, Matt. And in closing, Matt, I will say, some people, Matt, it seems like we really think this world is not our home. We're just passing through. Or you're going to stay here another million years if these demons, if all the weapons of mass destruction permit, and or you will still remain on this earth. That foolishness about all you're going to heaven, get it out of all your psyche, all your soul, all your mind, and fight for where you can see. Matt, do you want to leave what you see for what you're not at sea, Matt?
No.
I in your house now, you're telling me too small because Luke Skerritt promised you a mansion, Matt. Would you leave my house and wait for Skerritt mansion, Matt?
I would not, somebody else might.
You would not, somebody else might. You say you like trouble, not true. See you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. It was reported to me last evening there was a very interesting call. Pastor Randy Rodney's Kingdom Connections, and I got him on the line at this time. Actually, to of course, so we'll try to get to that clip sometime later. But Pastor Rodney can provide a synopsis, I'm sure, of what he heard last night. Everybody's talking about this morning. Pastor Rodney, good morning to you. How are you doing, sir?
A very good morning to you, Matt Peltier. I am doing very well, thank God.
Thank God.
But extremely
concerned?
Disturbed.
You're disturbed?
Very, very. Extremely disturbed. Disturbed because I am of the view, Matt, that an electoral commission, by virtue of its legal application, the provision for commission, it is supposed to be a good umpire, or, if you like, a good referee, because election is about free and fairness in a democracy. So, the Dominican law has made provisions for a certain balance, although in my view it's not as balanced as it should be, a certain balance. And the purpose for it is that there should be some fairness. In Dominica, though, we seem to have strengthened our will, our desire to violate laws, to do things that are immoral and unjust, to satisfy a certain set of people. And it appears that some people will do everything possible to make sure that that happens, regardless of the pain, the injustice it will cause in the society. The gentleman called last night is a very long-time friend of mine, very respectable individual. And I will tell you what he reported. He went to the center, to the confirmation. In the first place, Matt Peltier, the guy is from Thibault. The list of confirmation centers as put out by the electoral office has no confirmation center in Thibault. Note that. On the formal list, the people of Thibault should be confirming in Vercaz at the Vercaz response. They have now decided that the place for confirmation in Thibault is the Dominican Labour Party constituency office in Thibault. What Thibault people affectionately call the Red Clinic. Right? So the gentleman thought that he was going to the village council in Thibault because the village council has an office in Thibault, or in an office, whatever it is in Thibault. He was told that he needs to go to the Red Clinic. To get to the Red Clinic. And you have a team of people there who he recognizes, and he wouldn't lie. So many people are his family. Village people are all related. Some of them have been hacks of the Dominican Labour Party. He goes there and does what he was told to do. Fill in a form, writing his name, and provide his ID and all of that. The person doing the registration goes ahead to enter the information supposedly into the computer and then ask him to electronically sign. Now, the guy is a bright guy, so he decides, wait a minute, before I sign, let me know what I am signing, which is something I'm asking people to do all the time. Eh? Let me know what I'm signing. And he begins to look at it. And the first thing he saw, Matt, was that if his name was Matt Peltier, the first thing he sees is that his name is written as Matthew, not Matt. Okay? So he said, listen, this is how my name is spelled. Look, it's on the ID, that's how I spell it to you. The person he's dealing with says, well, at least I thought that they call you Matt, but I thought your name was Matthew. So she writes what she thought his name was, not what his ID said, not what he wrote as his name. So he decided, wait a minute, that's a red flag. I need to see everything. Guess what? His surname is supposed to be Peltier. His surname is now Andrew. They just entered it. He's Andrew. So right now he's Matthew Andrew. And to make bad matters worse, he's supposed to be male. He's ticked as female. Okay? Now, the guy blew up, of course. And the person he's dealing with says, she entered the right thing. She's sure she entered the right thing. But that is what the computer is giving her when she's now looking for it for him to sign. Now, in my mind, something is wrong with that. At the very least, it means that the Electoral Commission has provided a system that has a flaw. Question must be, is it a flaw because of the incompetence of the provider, or is it a deliberate flaw? Right? The guy goes on to ask questions about that, and all he's told is that is what the computer provides. Matt, tell me if that is a fair system. Apart from the fact that the place is in a Labour Party office, loaded with labor rights, right? Now you have the actual system that is spitting out right before your eyes information that is inaccurate. Has to be corrected. I'm of the view that if this is calculated, it might very well mean that people would sign for duplicate registrations, right? People will sign for registrations that when they go to vote, they will not be allowed to vote because their names are not on the register. That raises a lot of questions that Mr. Stowe and Mrs. Joseph must provide reasonable explanations to the people. One final thing that the gentleman reported from his village in Thibault. He spoke to at least 30 or 40 people in Thibault who voted already, but who says they are not going to get confirmed because they have to pay their passage to go for the birth certificate to now make an ID, and they don't even have money to put food on the table. How does anybody expect them to do that? Matt, there are lots of questions that have been raised as a consequence of this intention to again distort the election under the guise of a new electoral law. And I'm really hoping that leaders in Dominica and Dominicans by and large take a decision to do something about this.
Very worrying there. Very worrying.
Extremely worrying, man. Extremely worrying means that you will never have what is called free and fair elections in Dominica because it will be hijacked. It is being hijacked by the incumbent. And it's been hijacked because the incumbent has a lot less of funds that they can now provide IDs. And Matt, you were hearing that before, that in fact, the Labour Party were already confirming people. Well, it wasn't that they were confirming people. It was that they were providing them, paying for their IDs. It happened in Vickers. I have evidence on this one. Paying for their IDs, paying for them to get their passports, and doing all of that thing before the confirmation process started. If something is wrong with that, I don't know what else is wrong.
What are you there?
I'm there.
Yes. So, what advice would you have at this time, pastors, for Dominicans looking at what is some of the troubling issues that's going on right now?
Matt, I think that this is all-out war on democracy in Dominica, and if I may be very blunt, this is an all-out war on the freedom of expression and democracy in what is supposed to be a democratic state, and therefore, I believe that our political leadership that is on the other side of the bench must do everything, and they include, number one, taking this matter to court. I firmly believe that we mustn't be allowed to slide the Commission's decision, for example, on the 11th hour, that is the day for the confirmation side, on the 14th of October, to pass an SRO to say that people who do not have a government-issued ID cannot be confirmed utilizing their birth certificates and the justice of the peace signing a photograph as to who they are. That, I think, was a deliberate calculation to disenfranchise people living in Dominica, who they know are the suffering people and who can't afford at this moment to do the things that they should do in preparation for this government-issued ID. Okay? If they're not working, they can't get a DSS card. If they're not driving, they can't get a driver's license. And they have to pay $150 to get a passport. And the irony of this is that to get a passport, you need to bring a birth certificate and a photograph for somebody who knows you. And they write at the back of the photograph, I hereby certify that this is a true photo of a replica of the individual. That's all it takes, and a passport is issued to that person on that strength. I do that all the time. Now you're saying that the process of reconfirmation for somebody who has already been voting, that can't be used unless they have a passport. But that same thing can be used when they get a passport. Something is wrong with that. So I think there must be challenges, both to the fact of that SRO, to the fact of confirmation centers being in party offices, political party offices, that confirmation centers are loaded with labor rights. There should be some challenge to that, right? Legal challenge. But at the same time, there must also be a people's challenge to it. People in every society. You don't have to come to Roseau, you know. They must mobilize 200 people in Thibault, in Vickers, in La Plaine, in St. Joseph, who will stand outside somewhere and say, enough is enough. We're not taking this, right? That we need to begin to show that kind of response to the war on democracy that this Labour Party administration has placed on Dominicans. I hear CARICOM people saying that we are a zone of peace. I don't know that Dominica has been a zone of peace in the last 15 years, right? And so we have to get to the place where we take some action. If we don't take any action, Matt, we call this thing RIP. We can call the franchise of elections. We can say now, you know, it's gone down the drain. We need to stand on both fronts. legal front, and this is why I'm not afraid of legal front, because they have a way of delaying and delaying, and the courts doesn't be truly happy if you take it on legal front. I'm saying we have to do both, right? I know the Reform Coalition is in the process of writing to the Commission in terms of getting some answers and at least having a meet. That is excellent, and I think every good organization in Dominica, having verified those facts, need to put pressure on the Electoral Commission, on the government. So the Roman Catholic and the Christian Council, the Evangelical Association, the DAIC, the Dominican Press Federation, you name it, all these organizations must now say, hold on.
Wow.
We are supposed to be living in a democracy, and this now is watering or taking away democracy. They need to rise to say something. Somebody needs to say something in this society, so that somebody can know that at least we have people here who have a modicum of justice and a modicum of common sense in this country.
Thank you, Pastor Rodney. Well said, well said, well said, well said. 449-3095. This is very worrying, eh? This is very, very worrying. And Dominica, I think you should take note. Huh? Somebody says Pastor Rodney is correct. Lots and lots of people from Pennsylvania now has new passports. Bro, you remember I used to tell you the opposition forces need to demand genuine electoral reform. Bro, the DLP is like a riddle. What they put out is not what it is. On the telephone, more telephone calls is 942.
Morning, how are you?
Morning to you, morning.
Yeah, Matt, I'm listening to what's happening there, the confusion that's happening there. What I want to say, Matt, you need to get in contact with the chief elections officer and Stu to ask them what is happening. Matt, you remember when he was on the program, a day for the confirmation, he came and said about what SRO changed. Now I'm hearing, as I'm listening to the radio, a person's name change and the sex change. And the person said, well, that's what came out. So after your name change and your sex change, where do you take that to? You can also remember, Matt, when Mr. The two, what do you call them, on the commission, on the opposition side, Mr. Shillingford and Wayne James. Remember Wayne James said, we were not ready.
Yes.
And so by November, they're ready.
And he said the computer had glitches there. The program, we were not even ready for the computer program. Yes?
Yes. I myself am not a computer person, but he said it was not ready because what? So came on the program, that studio, and he said they were ready. You remember I asked a question.
Uh-huh.
He didn't answer. The Electoral Commission were working together. He didn't answer that question. Matt, I haven't gone to confirm yet, but when you see I go there to reconfirm anything that happened to me out of, I'll come to report it ball by ball.
I know that. I know you will.
Understand?
Yes.
You know me. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of people. Once it comes to right, I'm not in politics, Matt. I don't support no party. Not politics, partisan politics, or politics is everyday life.
Everyday life.
And
yes.
I'm not even afraid of the devil in hell, much less people. Because prayers I'll give to the devil in hell. That's my reason. You understand, Matt? When you see it come to right, I'm trying to be on the side of right. So call the chief elections officer and the chairman of the commission to go and check for us what is really going on. Please, Matt. Please. Thank you.
All right. I'll see if I can get to the chief election officer, Ms. Joseph, and see if we can rectify, because we're getting a lot of complaints. And, we just started the process and already a lot of complaints. She for he, or, sex changes, computer, a lot of computer glitches there. So please try to correct that. Hello, talk to me, yes? Uh-huh.
Yes, Mr. Pelty.
Good morning.
I do not know if you can recall that I told you I was not going to vote. And I don't know, Mr. Tom Stephen can say no, God is there. Being a Christian, God gives you discerning spirit. present the things that are wrong. And he said that he'll bring what come in darkness, he'll bring to light. And I'm still saying I am not going to vote. When I have to vote, the Spirit of God will lead me. And if it don't lead me, I don't. And that is what happened. God is going to expose a lot of things. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you too. God bless you too. It's 9:45. A lot of concern. Matt, I have never seen any other Caribbean island conducting reform in the method we are doing at this time. Why is our reform process so different and complicated compared to our other sister islands? Because they have a complete pre-registration process. But these days it's a reconfirmation and not re-registration. It's basically the same list, you know. On the telephone, let's talk to me, yes?
Yes, good morning to you, Matt.
Morning to
your
you.
listeners. Matt,
A lot of
you know
problems,
one
boy.
thing, I'm hearing all what has already been happening, because I might have decided to go and try and get from, because I do not have what I need. I need my driver's license. I do not have a driver's license, so Labour Party will have the ability for me to go and learn to drive. Now, Matt, I believe they're trying all that thing to confuse the system and for the opposition to go to court or whatever, and for them to stop it, and then for them to call election while during the time that confirmation, the reconfirmation thing has been stopped. They're trying to do that to that. That's why they got all the people who can reconfirm, so they can maybe call elections while that is being thing whatever in court. That's what I think was happening in the Labour Party. But it is very unfair for anybody to have to go and get re-registered and for his name to be changed in front of him and for his sex to be changed. That's very bad.
That's a
that
joke.
just shows that these people are on a sinister move with that reconfirmation process. Good morning.
Good morning. According to one Dominican boy, you look rural. A simple election process, huh? Good morning. The system is just corrupt. The chief election officer said they're not employing party supporters in Casa Bruce. A former Labour candidate is the one in charge. That's the allegation there. On the telephone, hello, talk to me. Yes?
Hello, Matt. Two things I forget to say.
All right, tell me.
It's alleged. So if it is true about the people who ever have to go and vote in a party's office, and the other one where it's only Labour rights that employed, it's alleged because I don't know, I'm not there. You need also to ask the chief elections officer, Matt, please, if that is correct about the Labour rights. And the other thing, if it is correct, if it is true that people have to go and vote at
Well, but what she said, though, stay on the line, she said that, of course, they've asked people to apply, and at some point, they couldn't get people to apply, so they had to provide a list. And hence, a lot of people who may be in the process have not been, and they had to basically beg people to apply to be enumeration officers. So something is not right. And then I heard, cabinet is the one responsible for that list. And I also heard from the chief election officer, Mr. Duncan Stowe, the commission. He said, no, that's not true. So I don't know who at this point to believe, Something is not right. Something is not right. Something is not right. One commissioner said this list was approved by cabinet and not the commissioner's house. Mr. Stowe denied that. So the math is not mathing, huh? Something is not right. Oh boy. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Something is definitely not right. Mr. Duncan Stowe, I will see if I can get you a little later to talk about this. Hello, yes?
Good morning, Matt.
Morning to you. Morning, ma'am.
Matt, what happened to righteousness shall exalt a nation, Matt? Isn't it said that Dominica is a Christian nation?
I've heard that many times.
Why, if Dominica is a Christian nation, and you have people heading departments that say they are Christians, why is it they cannot do things in a righteous manner? People calling God's name, this and that about God, God, God. It's not talking God, you know. Our actions have to show that we really believe in God and doing what is right by God. The God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, that one, that God matters.
Mm-hmm.
So what is all this kind of things you hear in there that is not righteous at all? What kind of example is that to the younger people coming up? I don't understand that, Matt. I don't understand that. Priests, pastors, bishops, are you all listening? Are you all hearing, with the exception of Pastor Rodney and them that will say, raise all your voices about this unrighteous act you hear in taking place, for heaven's sake. Come on, man. Why not do things right? If I in a government, I would try my best to do things properly in the country and let the nation decide. You know, if they still want to elect me or if they don't want to elect me again, at the end of the day, it's the people's choice. But do things right. Those of you in for Duncan, Miss Hyacinth, and didn't show you that. I sure she taught you to do things in a righteous manner. Come on, all you. Stop that. Do things right by God. Pode que vas ao tap, pode que vas ao tap, obey all right, Paul. Stop that and do things right by God. Amen, Matt. Have a good day.
Amen to you. Amen to you. I think I have a call on the line from Florida. Hello, talk to me. Yes? Good morning.
Good morning, Matt.
How are you? Florida with love.
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Matt,
Talk to me.
everything that is going on is just Coco Macaque. Matt, when you have somebody all the way in Mount John, not employed, what's a little $50 their family send for them, do you think these people can leave Mount John, pay bus to go down and back, their little money to eat? When they go back, they don't even have money to put light for them to charge their phone. But these people are not hearing what we hearing. They are not hearing Q. They don't know what is going on. And all they're saying, I'm not going to vote. Who is on the ground to educate them and tell them, no, you have to? The work on the ground have to be done. Thompson alone cannot do it. Each and everybody have to stand up for their village and for country. That Coco Macaque thing is not working. What about my brother that doesn't know computer? He goes to register. Yes, he have a passport. He put his name, his correct ID, and he don't know to go on that computer and say, this is not correct. I am a man, I'm not a woman. This is not my name not spelling so. And when election time comes, he go to vote, his name is not there. That is, if he's supporting the party of the day, all well and good. But if he's not supporting the party of the day, they lose a vote. Something is not right. It's not, we stop saying we praying. No, it's not praying time. We have to pray never too much, but we have to put our bottom on the ground and each teach each. And that is how we going to get. We are screwed up already. The horse already leave this table. What are we going to do? These people have money and the poor people don't have. The eyes have it. Anything they put, the eyes have it. I don't know how we're going to come out in this quagmire. I'm telling you the truth. And it is really painful to see a person like me that worked so hard in 1980, 85, 70, work hard to bring Dominica where it was. Now I cannot recognize it. What kind of nonsense is that?
Thank you, ma'am.
They're just telling you they're not voting because they don't understand. Matt, I don't know. The whole world go crazy. Thank you for taking my call. Bye-bye.
Thank you. You'll start hearing some new voices, I can tell you. Are you surprised, Matt? This is dishonesty to the extent. Dominica, greedy they greedy, somebody says. Greedy they greedy. My brother, they are playing games. They just want to fool us all the time. But God is good. Let them deal with them. Greedy they greedy. On the telephone, hello, talk to me. Yes.
That's my last comment.
Yes.
Man,
Yes.
So, I know so very well. That's not how Miss Edwin brought him up, right? I'm just saying, you see, Stowe, to surface, I just think he should just resign and come out from there. Just resign, please. Let them put somebody else there. Please, just resign and come out from there. Thank you.
All right, somebody's saying, what? You think Mr. Burton was bad? Wow. Mr. Stowe, you stepped down. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes? Yes.
Finally.
Yes, sir.
Finally for the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, if you see a live wire, would you voluntarily touch it, Matt?
No.
Meaning, for those who don't understand, an electrical wire and there is current running in there and it is exposed. You touch it, you get electrocuted. Matt, I am watching what is happening in Dominica. Let me give thanks to Pastor Rodney, because it seems like, Matt, come on, Matt, is it out of fear? Is it out of that everybody compromise? Matt, Dr. Fontaine, I'm calling on you, my brother. I am calling on you. The suggestion I have heard and I'm hearing again need to be executed. Place an injunction on that process. Take that matter to court, my brother. Matt, we have heard enough. We have seen enough. Look at how these guys are trying to impede. Why the word they say, Matt, to the prize is the what again? To, how they say it when they say we want to prevent it foreigners from disenfranchisement.
Yeah, that's what you're looking for, disenfranchise, yes. Uh-huh.
That's what I'm looking for. I just
Yes.
move a little some grass there. I see it hiding in the corner there, so I pick it up, Matt. Disenfranchise to prevent you, deprive you. Okay, so they say disenfranchised. So people like me that don't go to school, we will not know what they do.
And that, of course, the Labour Party has been using that word to their advantage. See, now they're the ones trying to disenfranchise the older people from even taking a vote with their birth paper.
For many years, Matt, for many years, we they beat it like a lapo cab with until the drum get a hole. So now they pass through and they're using disenfranchise in reverse. So, Matt, look at how dangerous and criminally minded these people are. Matt, a birth paper, and I've heard the argument, Pastor Rodney explained it or illustrated it again this morning there. Matt, to get a passport, to get a driver's license, and many other things, Matt, you have to do. What you need, a birth paper. And I have not read it yet, but look, Pastor Rodney is a doctor. And Dr. Rodney, sorry, something that I just forget to give you your answer. Telling you at the back of it, stating how official it is as an ID or as some verification or whatever it is, a government document. But it was included in the IDs to identify, to confirm who you are. Matthew, listen to Duncan on your program when Hillary asked him the question, or you may have posed the question, or somebody else, why the birth paper or the birth certificate is no longer an ID. Maddie said something like, it happened already. Can you recall that, Matt?
I remember that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Matt, an electoral commission, a commission that is functioning by a constitution or a law or some ethical procedure or practice, Matt. What justified all you go in and removing the requirement of a birth paper when there was what they were going on consultation? You remember the consultation, Matt?
Yes, of course, and they already agreed, at the commission that would be okay. They said it would.
Matt, somebody is manipulating, meaning skillfully determining what happened in a so-called independent commission. And you, chief elections officer, whatever Miss Joseph or whoever you are, as a woman, women have a more maternal instinct. Resign, even if you're labor. You have children. You're messing up the waters. They said the cow in front drink clean water, Matt. The cow behind drink what, Matt? Dirty water. Because if they cross in a stream, all of them have to dig. They drink clean water, but those cows at the back going to drink dirty water. Your children will be facing hell, or you can run to America, or you can run to Europe, because Europe is implementing the same Trump strategy. They do not want foreigners in the country. They say, you're taking over the country, or you're changing the ethnic landscape of the country. Resign, madam, on principle. Matt, you see the what was in a colonel, a general, or whatever, admiral. He resigned from the military because Trump have them blowing up boats in the Caribbean. Matt, you see him now, Matt?
I saw that. Yes.
I may have sent it to you. I shared it with some people.
From the Central Command. Yes, you're right. Yes.
Yeah, the man back down, the man checking that is an illegal thing. He's not in that. And on principle, that's why, Scarrett, you can offer me $1 million. I'll choose not to take it than to stand up and support your criminal activities, my brother. You cannot tell me Duncan Stowe, Lennox Lawrence, Alec Lawrence are free lawyers, Matt, who knows the procedure. If it's not a voluntary soiling of their hands because it's about money, their passport sellers, they would have stood up and said, no, I think you're going too far, Scary. You're going to mess up Dominica for my children, my grandchildren, or my family, or my whatever it is, my brother. Lennox Lawrence, Lennox, I don't think Lennox have a conscience. I do not even think Alec Lawrence have a conscience. Duncan Stowe look like maybe he can find it if he lost it in a little grass, like the widow was looking for a while ago, Matt. My brethren and them, tell Skerritt we will not allow you to turn Dominica into to further add insult to injury, to add more dictatorship upon the dictatorship we have had already. Matt, thanks for your time. Let somebody else talk.
All right. Thank you very much. Blessings. Thank you. It's 10:03 in the morning. Yes. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning.
Hey, Marlene, long time.
Hey, Marlene, I hope you give me all my break to talk like how you giving other people, because the reason why he doesn't call, when I call in, you talk over me and you cut me off. I have sentiment. I feeling shame. So that is why I doesn't call the radio. But then I just listen to you. And when I listening to you and that business that happening there, it irritating me. It upsetting me. What I saying, I not dare to insult anybody. I dare to speak my mind out. My own words, my own version, in my own meditation, my brothers and my sister. Matt, what I'm saying is a melee, malouche. It is unfair. It is in a mess. And I don't even know what is happening in the country, as though I in a web, as Blessing say. And I'm not there to insult the leader of the opposition. He should come out and educate the people. Right up to now, people don't even know where to go and whatever it is, People in Roseau, they don't even know where to go. It is to go in Hillsborough Street where this is Curtis Augustus used to work there. It is in the health All Saint Medical School. Nobody don't educating people. So as Blessing say, he call on Thompson. He not there to insult Thompson and other pal rep. Come on the radio and educate people. People like me, I'm not ashamed and I'm not afraid to say it. I tie up. Take for instance, Matt, right? Pastor Rodney used to live Cooley Street, right? He want to change his name. He live in Emzol, right? It is very unfair, Matt, for Pastor Rodney is not here. Is the people on them that have their own system. For him to leave Emzol and go right where he used to live and vote, right? They should just clean up the book and let people re-register. You take on Nurse Dalrymple. Nurse Dalrymple, I'm not saying anything bad on you. Don't get me wrong. She used to live married God. My brother, sit down, think, focus. Married God, she live in Pottersville. Her husband used to drive her from 2 o'clock in the morning to go marry God and vote. She want to register in Pottersville, right? Do you find it is very unfair to see she live in Pottersville and go right marry God and vote just as Pastor Rodney and others, right? It have people that used to live in Roseau and they live in Bath Estate and their name's still there. Other people in Roseau, they living in Pottersville. They living in Bath Estate. They're living in Pottersville. Matt, to tell you the truth, as I tell you, I'm not there. I have respect and manners. All they should do, Mr. Duncan Stowe and others, just shovel the book, the big book, and make people re-register again. And Social Security is not $25, it's $40 because I pay $40 for Social Security to bring in credit union because the credit union Social Security I have, it's long time, but I have to go back there and take up a picture. Where you taking the birth paper, it might be 20 or 30 because it's my nephew that go for that one for me. So I don't know if it's $40 he pay. But Matt, look mess, look commerce. Boy, Matt, people up to now.
Marlon, you're frustrated about the process.
Yes, Matt, yes. So thank you to give me that space. And let me just say good morning to my doctor, the fashion lady, Dr. Giselle Alport, my lifesaver, my miracle doctor, and good morning to her brother Lester Popeye, the barbecue man. Dominic, and don't forget Lester every Friday. Thank you.
Thank you, Marlon. Thank you. I haven't heard that voice in a while, huh? All right, thank you very much. Matt, good morning to you. I read that message. The chief election officer has a son-in-law who is a pastor. How can these people say they're the men of God and stay silent in these times when the country is in that state? These pastors need to speak up and not think of what benefits them or what they can gain in this evil system. And I can confirm that, huh? 449-3095. So we have to be careful about statements. If we're not sure about, well, I can't. If you can, I can't. Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Mafa Espelte Junior.
My brother, how you doing? Sagafe.
Masa Puchim Domnichenka Treko yourself. But scary the care about Malawi. E mi kamete bagay vote against Malawi. Matt, from the time Skerrit and them come and pass the law in Parliament, labor rights don't have problem, Matt. All labor rights, okay, Right now, there are labor rights who have no problem. All bills paying, all passport making for them, they are from the time the law pass, they already organize themselves already. They're going to get all their labor rights, pay for their passport, pay for all what they have to do. So the problem now is we. So that is why I'm telling you that does not make any sense. They should do something where everybody should freely come and do what they have to do. Not imagine everybody they put in that passport thing there is labor, and you know who they're going to work for. So it will be totally against us. So Skerrit say he concerned about poor people. Why you putting that? Why you passing the electoral reform against poor people? Why is he doing that, Matt? So I don't see why Dominican killing yourself. The man don't want to come out there. The man trying all kind of ways to stay there. The man know anytime he have to come natural, he in trouble. So he will do anything to stay there, and that should not be no surprise to Dominicans. It's the whole country right now that have to come together and let us do something. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you too. 449-3095, 449-3096, 449-3097, 616-4257. On the telephone. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Hi, good morning, Matt. How you doing?
Morning to you.
I sit down there and I listening, Matt.
You listening, eh?
Yes, Matt, with interest. Since last night I listened with interest.
Uh-oh.
I'm right about now, Matt.
You fed up?
More than fed up, Matt. Matt, what we should be calling for right about now, all the opposition leader of the United Workers' Party, and the others that say all you have a party. Right now, it's time to put all your boots on the ground and let the people know what should be done. Because right now, things going out of hand as to what I'm hearing from last night. We need a complete re-registration, especially those of us like me that registered since I was maybe around 20 or 18 years ago. I wasn't married. I was living by Pastor Rodney Church. Right now I am married and I have a new surname. So when I go to reconfirm, what's going to happen now? What are they going to tell me? My name there, I would ask them for my reconfirming. I ask them for my original name and surname. Then I show them my ID. Then it will be problematic there, right? Because they're going to tell me, but you have another surname and your address is Bafested. What the hell going on? But the thing Dominicans right about now have to make sure they get is a complete re-registration like all the damn other countries. A complete re-registration. What is Roosevelt Skerrit afraid of? What are you afraid of? You're sitting on a treasure chest and you don't want to get up on that treasure chest with the fear that somebody will see what you're sitting down on. Well, it's time for you to get up on that treasure chest. Dominica should have a complete re-registration like all other countries. Big countries, England, Canada, America, people coming to you when you have to vote to tell you what's happening and what's not happening. Kiss me as little Dominica, we have to be going through all that magic. We need a Nepalization in that country. And a Madagascar. That will help us. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Blue Blues asking for boots on the ground. 10:13. Now, I'll try to get to Mr. Fontaine. Not spoken to him for a little while. Persons are actually calling for, more action and talk. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Good morning, Mr. Peltier.
Morning.
How are you?
Morning to you, sir. Morning. Okay, for now.
I'm listening to most of your callers, and they're calling for the churches, the churchmen to come out and say something. You're not going to get these guys to come out and say anything, and especially you would be referring to them as men of God. They're not more men of God than you or me. We are men of God also. These guys, especially right now in Roman Catholic Church in Dominica, I don't criticize people's churches, but they need money for the cathedral. So then they're going to say nothing. It's all about money. It's not about the people. It's about money. And my Bible tells you plain, many are called, but few are chosen. So don't depend on this.
But I can tell you there are many in other churches as well who are remaining silent as well, sir. I would say that to you too.
I agree with you, 100%, sir.
So it's not only it's not only the Catholics. I can tell you that. There are many people.
That is why
Yes, go ahead.
That is why I said many are called, but few are chosen. It's not all these guys are going around saying they're high and mighty preachers. They're just as evil. But have a wonderful day, my friend.
Have a wonderful day, yes. Bishop, head of my church. I know there are priests within that church that make statements or say it as it is, but you've been remaining silent. You've been silent for a while. So another person is now asking you to speak up, Bishop. Speak up. Break the silence. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes.
Good morning, Mark.
Morning to you, sir. How are you?
I'm listening to this thing, but I don't understand what is about the reconfirmation thing. Because all my days my name has been registered to vote. And I come to go to vote, and I go out to where I have to go and vote, and I go and vote. Now, the situation is, I'm hearing just 3 weeks ago, somebody came and they said they put a form, and they said the statistical division is looking for some type of form. About 3 or 4 weeks ago, that's one with my name and so on, and there's a census. That's true. I don't understand what is happening now. So all those thousands of Dominicans that voting. I could you clarify for me, guys? All those thousands of Dominicans that voting have the least. They have to go back and put their name somewhere, and I do not think know where to find it. Please, smart Matt. I don't understand. Clear it up for me, because I think I have some form of literate at least. What is happening? I don't understand what happening. Is it a new reconfirmation or some new people after that? I don't understand. Okay, Matt?
All right, thank you. Well, I'm hoping that the chief election officer can explain to you a little more. They were here with me last week, and of course, they spoke their position. Somebody said there's Christians these days. They refer to them as Callaloo Christians. I'll play that track for you a little while. Huh? Callaloo Christians. Not a real Christian. Callaloo Christians. Oh, boy. Let's go back to the telephone, yes? Yes? Hello?
Hello?
How are you
Yes,
doing?
Matt.
How are you? How are you? Mm-hmm.
Bonjour.
Mola, Sakafet.
Voilà.
Okay.
It's extremely disturbing, Matt, in all little Dominica there.
Mm-hmm.
I did a little research. Belize, a CARICOM member nation, launched a complete re-registration exercise within 3 months from July to September 2018. That is 7 years ago. Belize's population is about 7 times our population. The 2024 census, the population was about 420,000. Ours is 60,000, so that's about 7 times. The area of Belize is about 30 times that of ours. Dominica is about, let us say, 290 square miles. Belize is 8,867 square miles. They did a complete re-registration in 3 months, and the aim of the re-registration was to update the voters list with current and correct information on eligible voters so as to maintain the integrity and accuracy of the list, and most importantly, to ensure free and fair elections. So I'm saying Dominica, with a much smaller population and much smaller area, what is the problem to do the re-registration? And even though the re-registration has not been decided on, is a record, you still have problems. Matt, bye.
I don't understand. Yes, they still have problems. As you said, some song. Somebody said I should play this one this morning. All right, let's go. Let's go back, of course, to this, and then we'll hear about the Callaloo Christians coming from what? The artist is Trinidadian Rio. Let's take it from the top. They take it from the top. Callaloo Christians, where are you? Put your hands up.
Sunday morning, you drink a bottle of rum by yourself. Something else, me boy. Some people go to church on Sundays. Monday they're in between. Tuesday they're rum shop drinking. Wednesday they off the Thursday they're gone bird hunting. Friday they're chicken pain. Saturday is some local party. Sunday is church again. So we are going to Christians. They have to laugh in Christians. I'm in the mix of life loud. No other words to tell. When the road call is 1/4 in heaven and 1/4 in hell. If you see them on a dark night, well, they're doing everything that's wrong. If you see them on a daylight, Lord, singing you a whole song, preaching you from A to zero. Moses on the promised land. I don't want to call them the devil's children. That might lead to confusion. I prefer call them Callaloo Christians. When you can put them from the side. Callaloo Christians. Them Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Callaloo Christians. No other words to tell. When your road call is 1/4 in heaven and 1/4 in hell. Hey, just play guy in church, boy. It's the guy when you doing a church, boy. You're hiding from somebody else. See them in the church garments, how they're popping up in piety. Brandish the Holy Bible, make sure everybody see. When they get home to their neighbors, the neighbor only tell them, "Bam." When you can feel pussy digging in a World War III, you massacre and kill them now. So where you call them Callaloo Christians, they have to laugh when you are Callaloo Christians. I'm in the mix of life loud. Callaloo Christians. No other words to tell. When the roll call it 1/4 in heaven and 1/4 in hell.
mean to condemn nobody. Forgive me for some rude. The moral of the song I'm singing is a straight case of attitude. So when you want to serve your master, when you want to be hot and cold, but to face the rock from California, before the devil take food, let me hear you sing. Christian.
Fellow Christians, raise your hands.
Church boy. Well, let's show this is a church boy. The mix of life below. No other words could tell.
Tom drunk, but Tom no fool, right? You like this one?
No other words could tell. When the road call it one foot in heaven.
Hello, Christian. Them one day Christians. Oh boy. 449-309-5967. Look at a quick break. We'll come back, Dominica. This is Q95. This is the hot set.
Get value for your money. Cuts up the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Cuts up it all.
Thoughts. Make home yours.
All you, I just meet Goldwyn in Roseau again. Same place outside Flossie's. I tried to dock in, but he had time see me. Well, story start again. Million, lot of my pal with us, huh? Saga fella, I said the same thing you doing, shopping at Flossie's, and you don't have to tell me the same thing you tell me last time because I'm busy. Is to hear him way. You reckon? About my pocket, boy. I won't tell you that I save money in food and drinks when I buy quantity. I save more. Oh, shucks, man. Well, when you're still telling me, I know already. To pack I expect him, why? But it can him up here for Palais. I will tell all my friends from London, US and Dominica to come to Floss's, right next to the Rosa Market. Open Sunday to Saturday. Floss's can't do it to you.
What you're looking for is at the best price. What you're looking for is at the
price. Everything is nice and oh, you will love the price. Convenient and easy, make shopping breezy.
The luxury of everything in one supermarket located on the riverbank with parking. Best Price open daily all week with home store, decor for every room, pharmacy for all prescriptions and over-the-counter medication, supermarket for all your grocery items, fresh produce and frozen.
What you're looking for is all at Best Price.
What you're looking for is at
Make home yours every day with Courts. Ooh. Get value for your money. Ooh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Courts have it all.
Courts. Make home yours.
What is really going on there? Because some persons are actually being called to tell them not to go to the confirmation process because they've been confirmed already. What is really going on? And I've had a few calls in the last few minutes to say, man, they call me and tell me, don't worry because you have been confirmed already. Why should that happen? And the confirmation process started just on the 15th. What is really going on? I think Mr. Thompson and your team and all the other leaders of the other political parties, something should actually happen, huh? If people are saying that they've already been confirmed, that they've never even approached the confirmation center, something is definitely wrong. Something is definitely wrong. Hello, talk to me. Something is not right. Hello, yes. Good morning. Why? Yes.
When you reconfirm, educate me on that. You don't have to sign the paper now. So
Yes.
how they can make people reconfirm and Matt or 007 don't sign the paper? What nonsense is that? Matt, to tell you the truth, I'm telling it to you over and over. My pressure coming up double bubble. I don't worry about that. All they should do with respect, honesty, clean up the thing, like Blue said.
Yes, re-register. Yes, of course.
Right. And remake people.
Clean up the list and people should register again. That's your point. Yes, the Mali.
man.
Yes, that's a, that
Yes,
is that,
thank you.
that is
Thank you.
that is total nonsense. That's going on. People calling me, telling me that people have called them and said, "Don't worry, you have been confirmed." Why would you confirm somebody if they're not there? I just hope it's a lie. I don't know, but it makes sense, huh? Even people are working within the Roseau area, living in Castle Bruce, that has happened. So why don't we have to get there? Let's make this an open playing field. And come on. Stop this nonsense there. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes?
Good morning, Matt.
Morning to you. That's not fair. It's not fair. Hello, yes?
How are you doing?
I'm here, yes.
Okay. Do you have an open line today, or you are dealing with something specific?
Something we're dealing with, of course, the confirmation process in Dominica right now.
Okay.
Okay?
So how can somebody be confirmed if they have not approached the confirmation?
That's a very good question. How can that happen? Yes. How can that happen?
Matt, I'll tell you something. Dominicans right now have to understand where we are and where we are heading. And we cannot continue sitting back and just allowing these people to do these things. Because when we sit back and say we don't worry, what can we do again? There are times you have to get up and take the bull by its horn. Because if we keep sitting there, but you see, the thing is, Dominicans reach a point where they are just satisfied and they're just leaving everything as it is. No, we cannot do that. Because the same people that are talking and making noise today, they were the same ones who came once upon a time and said to remove the United Workers' Party, but at all costs. At all costs. So look at what at all costs is costing us now. So right now, some of them are the same people. They are the ones coming now and saying we have to do something. What all you did before to remove United Workers' Party, do it now to remove the monster that they take their hands and create.
But that's something else, eh? So why would somebody confirm you and say, don't worry about the confirmation process, you have been confirmed? Actually, somebody from VCAS is saying, Matt, I know that for a fact that valid documents were collected in VCAS some weeks ago. Why? It's just a mess. It's just a mess, you know. Somebody just let me see if I can get more information. What is the people saying? It's true. 449 people actually telling me their story. I don't have to confirm because they're telling me their story. So I won't call names, but it's been happening. So okay. So please, if it's happening, let's cease that process, okay? Hello, talk to me, yes. It has to be challenged.
Good morning, Matt.
Morning to you, morning. It's just something
Matt,
else.
I know, I don't want to believe that a public servant, high-ranking public servant, could be so much of a diabolical liar And I don't want to believe that the ordinary man could be so much of a liar neither. But Matt, based on the evidence and from what I've heard so far, I want to believe that the public servant is a diabolical liar. Matt, when Duncan and the chief elections officer were on the program, I called and I asked her, why is it that a confirmation center is in the home or in the confines of DLP operatives? And she said, no, that is not true. And even we've changed the locks on everywhere else here. Matt, I am surprised, I am shocked to listen to hear that Thibault is in the Labour Party branch office, because that's where they have the registration. Matt, the building in Portsmouth may be rented to people. As the owner of a business, you have partial access to it at all times. It belongs to the chairperson of the Labour Party. I called and I've always been saying that we need scrutineers from the opposition party to see what is happening to ensure no Kakomaka takes place. That was not done, and that was deliberately not done because they knew they wanted to stop the offices with Labour Party operatives, Labour Party goons to do their business for them. And today, we are seeing what is happening. And what is happening is not, that is an accident. It is deliberate that the Labour Party operatives are in there, the system is faulty, and they are manipulating it to get their way, to get Labour Party and give Labour Party an advantage. I somewhat have to blame, but even if I blame them, they have no say because they're not in Parliament. But there should have been more advocacy to ensure that the opposition party has scrutineers, like it's done in every country, paid for by the Electoral Commission to ensure that the Labour Party does not have an advantage, the UWP does not have an advantage, and those who come to re-register, to confirm to First Communion, they have it done fairly and squarely. Matt, I think, again, I will continue to say that we are too passive. We need to bring Nepal in Antigua. If Nepal will not come, if Nepal will not come here, let us bring in some Nepalese, or let us take on their mentality and get this thing straightened out. I think our politicians are too comfortable, and hence they are doing what they're doing with us. Until we make an example of one of them, they live in our communities where we register, where we vote for them. Until we make an example of some of them, they are going to take advantage of us and to rig the systems. They must be fearful, and I'm saying so every day. They must be fearful of going to their house when they know they've done wrong to the people. Good morning.
All right, again, but we don't condone violence, eh? If you're suggesting that at all. Okay, let's Q95. 449-3095-96. 97. Hello, talk to me, yes? Morning to you, sir. How you doing?
I'm good. Matt, I'm listening here and I'm very, very disturbed. Matt, I was in St. Martin weekend. I went on the front side to have lunch. I went to a certain place to eat in the waterfront. Matt, all of the discussion was on vegetarian and like he went to Dominica. Matt, I came back on the back side. I went to a certain place and ate, drink dirty water, and right into this break, and the conversation was about his vegetarian and what he's doing, the evil that he's doing to Dominicans. And message is sending out, from the feelings and the anger of the people. They are not even in Dominica now, but they are in St. Martin, concerning what is going on in Dominica with the re-registration story that is going on. Matt, recently there was some arrests made in Dominica concerning incitement. But Matt, let me remind the people of Dominica what the word incitement really means. Matt, I dig it up in several ways, and the closest I got to what this government is doing is, Matt, listen to what it meant. The action of provoking unlawful behavior. We talk about incitement. The action by whom? Anyone. By the government, or by the opposition, or by other people. So the action of provoking unlawful behavior, or urging someone to behave unlawful. It's where the government is putting the people right now. We talk about incitement. Who's inciting now? You need to understand terminology. I'm not an etymologist, but I study the roots of words. and they use it in reverse against the people. Incitement doesn't mean you have to go out and say something as the opposition and it incites. No, by actually provoking people to do things unlawful, and the government right now, the Labour Party operatives are provoking the citizens of Dominica to do things unlawful. We are talking about incitement. The lawyers and the magistrates need to look at the word very carefully. And urging someone to do something unlawful, that's what incitement means. So, Matt, we are at a turning point right now. I have listened to some conversations in Martin over the weekend, and man, there is anger. I'm afraid. I'm telling you, I'm afraid there's a lot of shooting going on and so forth and so forth. Up in St. Martin, you know? Excuse me, I'm in my workshop. I'm just run out. And Matt, I'm afraid for some of the faces I see and the behavior of the people concerning those opposition. I'm sorry, those that is in power right now. The attitude they have towards the people, because people want to come back home, man. People want a life that they can retire and live peacefully and enjoy life in Dominica. I do. So much I'm saying to the Labour Party operatives, stop provoking the citizens of Dominica. Stop inciting the people, and you all turn it around and say, we are the one, the opposition that are inciting. Matt, I'm listening. Government needs to wake up and do something about that.
All right, caller. Thank you very much. Yes, it's a very sad situation there, but I'm hoping. People are telling me their stories, so don't think it's anybody just making up a story. People are telling me their stories. They have been called and and say, don't worry, you've already been confirmed. Let's see. Yes, let's see. Somebody's asking me. I suspect one acolyte is asking me, where is this is happening? You have to find out from your folks, huh? Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yeah?
But as a journalist, when you get an information from somebody, how do you go out and confirming it?
I'm getting them from themselves. So yes, if I can confirm, I won't call your name. I'm not stupid like that. I'm telling you what they're telling me. So what else can I do?
No, but when you confirm,
My friend, if you're Mr. Mills, you're not allowed on this radio. I can tell you straight. So don't come with that nonsense. 1041. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Yes, morning, Matt.
Morning to you. How you doing?
All right. The man that's sitting in the chair, Roosevelt Skerrit, he knows why he doesn't want to come out from that chair. There are plenty things why he doesn't want to come out on that chair. And he means people can upset if they want. That is not his business. That is what he's doing. You cannot tell me 20 years or 25 years, whatsoever, you sitting there, not doing nothing for the country. The country dirty like what? All the gutters are green, doing nothing. I saw some parties in town, you could swear it's school children they send to do it overnight. And they send some dirt there, they send some dirt there. Lord of mercy. Lord, you will help us when the time is right. And you see, Tibo people, don't worry for them. Don't wait for them to never take out Roosevelt Skerrit because it's part. Most of them are Adventists. And Adventist is one that upholds Roosevelt Skerrit. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Just got a call there from the chief election officer. And let's see how, of course, she says she wants to, of course, dismiss some of the rumors being shared at this time. So we'll hear from her after this break. Stick around, Governor. Stick around.
tonight it is our 40th Global View and Q show for 2025. And we continue to engage with our local, regional, and global Q family listeners and friends of Dominica at home and abroad. So my co-host tonight is, as usual, Justice Dr. Irving Andre, and our guests are Engineer and Senator Delbert Paris, distinguished farmer and electoral commissioner Hilary Shillingford, well-known businessman and electoral commissioner Wayne James, and later on in the program we'll be joined by renowned social scientist Simeon Joseph. But tonight we will discuss the progress on electoral reform and the new requirements for voter registration and reconfirmation, and what needs to be done to move beyond the 25 years of economic stagnation and oppression and away from dictatorship ahead of our 50th anniversary of independence. So I have some suggestions about some aspects to be explored tonight. Is there a residency requirement for voting in Dominica? Does Section 33 of the Constitution say so? Is this new reconfirmation process just a reconfirmation trap? Is this an attempt to confirm rigging elections in Dominica? Can avowed passport sellers be trusted to ensure free and fair elections in Dominica? Can they be trusted to confirm all eligible voters as opposed to confirming just a select few? Why is an electoral commission chairman that has been so long missing in action as regards electoral reform suddenly showing very strong interest in the reconfirmation process? Is this a process designed to ensure the continued slide to dictatorship that we have all been concerned about? And with all of these machinations and electoral process manipulations, what does this portend for continuing trends in governance and economic and social deprivation? If we are to continue on this current path of conducting what many call questionable elections, how does this continue to impact employment for young people, education to produce skills for information technology, agriculture, agro-processing, artificial intelligence, AI, manufacturing, construction, healthcare, etc., as we approach our 50th anniversary of independence? But I always say, thinking forward towards 2028 or to Dominica's 50th anniversary of independence, what are the people's expectations for their well-being? Are they satisfied with their current conditions and lack of economic and social progress? So please tune in tonight from 8 p.m. to the Global View on Q as we look forward to the suggestions of our panel, our listeners, callers, and viewers on Facebook and YouTube on the progress on electoral reform and the new requirements for voter registration and reconfirmation, and what needs to be done to move beyond these 25 years of economic stagnation and oppression and away from dictatorship ahead of our 50th anniversary of independence. So Justice Dr. Irving Andress, Senator Delbert Paris, Electoral Commissioner Hilary Schillingford, Electoral Commissioner Wayne James, and social scientist Simeon Joseph will share their ideas on this topic ahead of our 50th anniversary of independence. But before we begin touching on that topic, we will pay tribute to the late Julius Timothy. And so let's talk tonight from 8 p.m. on the Global View on Q, only on Q95, the big station.
It's 10:47. This is the Hot Sit in Dominica, Dominica's most talked about talk show. On the line with us, of course, is the Chief Election Officer. She's heard some of what has been expressed this morning, and I guess people are very concerned, including Pastor Rodney, of course. We've been given a big story last night of persons registering names, and when they look on that list, they don't see their name, or the names are spelled wrongly. They are given the wrong sex. Instead of male, they are female. Something's is happening there. We want, of course, the Chief Election Officer to explain what she's concerned about. Good morning to you, Anthea. How are you doing, Mrs. Joseph? How are you?
Hi, good morning, Matt. I'm fine, thanks. And you?
I'm happy you could call in and sort of clarify some of the stories we've been hearing this morning. Talk to me.
Okay. Number one, Matt, I want the public to know that when they go to the confirmation center and their application is taken, it's an application. This is just the first step into the process. So when you go and you do an application, it is not yet approved or you're not yet confirmed. You are only applying for confirmation. You fill out a form and your witness signs. Then you produce your ID, a valid ID, which is scanned. Both the application form, which is signed by the voter, and the ID, they are scanned. There is also a copy being taken, a photocopy is being taken of both documents or whatever documents that you worked with. For example, if you are now married and you want to change your name, your marriage certificate, this is scanned, and there's also a hard copy. Now, when it gets to us at the electoral office, there are 2 layers of verification that will be taking place. The first layer of verification, your name will be checked on the list to ensure that, yes, you were on the list of May 2025. Secondly, your registration number is double-checked from the list we have at the office, the voters list, to ensure that the correct voter number is placed on your application. And that's indeed to confirm that you are from this polling district. It goes on to the verification department, who will check your information against all the scanned IDs, the scanned documents, and the hard copies. So your spelling of your name will be double-checked. Your date of birth, whether you're male or female, all the details will be checked on the computer against what was entered. Now, there may be human error, so we're not saying that there will be no errors. So in the spelling of somebody's name, somebody may have an error on the spelling of the name. The verifier will be able to correct the spelling of names, date of birth, okay, ID numbers, depending on what is scanned.
So just one moment, Mr. Joseph. When will that verification take place?
Verification will take place as of November 15th.
Oh, November 15th. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, verification will begin. So if, let us say, your passport number is ROA 7654, and the data entry person entered RO 37645, then your scanned copy of your passport will be checked for your ID number, so all these things will be clarified. Okay? It will be changed from inside, so we can change the spelling of names, date of birth, etc. if there's an error while typing. Now, in the confirmation center, there are 2 screens, one for the data entry person and one for the voter. So while your information is being put into the computer, it is the voter's responsibility to follow the screen on their side and check to see that their name is spelled properly, their date of birth is correct, the ID number is correct, their registration number is correct. Do you have me so far?
Yes, I'm following you. Go ahead, Sam.
So therefore, if there are any errors in spelling of names, etc., this is automatically going to be corrected when verifying the information. Because if I have your passport and your passport spells Matt M-A-T-T, and the verifier entered the data entry person entered M-A-T, and we look on your ID, we look on your form, and we see M-A-T-T. Naturally, it will be edited.
Okay.
And that is why the 2 tiers of verification will be happening. Following your verification of your document, everything is okay, it is passed to the chief elections officer or chief registering officer, who will approve every confirmation or disapprove. So if I am not clear or I'm not satisfied with something, it will be disapproved. If everything is okay, then it will be approved and a receipt will be produced to the voter saying you have been confirmed. Okay? So I want voters to feel relaxed and confident that if for per adventure that there is a typo in the spelling of your name or your date of birth or your ID number, this will be picked up from the 2 tiers of verification that will happen in the office.
I'm getting a lot of calls, Mrs. Joseph or Miss Joseph, that persons have been called and said, don't come to the off or the confirmation center that they're scheduled to come because they've already been confirmed. Can you clarify that for us? Is that in fact the case? Is that happening at all?
This is not true. This is not true.